Hello, I'm XToycat and welcome back to the video. So I'm here today playing Minecraft PC Edition. This is the Java version of the game, and it's the one which was known for the longest time as just being the best edition. You know, the console and the Pocket Edition were just kind of rip-offs or lesser versions of this version of the game, but because of recent updates to both those games, it now actually is, you know, pretty much on par with those other systems, and I figured why not play this version today just to talk about the final missing features, because there are still some things the PC has that the console doesn't, there are still some things the console has that the PC doesn't, but I wanted to talk today about the missing features from the PC, because for the last 5 years of console development, it really has been about catching up the PC, but now we have every single conceivable feature with just 2 exceptions from the creator menu. What more is there to come? That's what I want to talk about in today's video. So hopefully you do all enjoy it. You can like the video if so, because it helps out the channel a lot. And let's say you do like these missing feature videos, just talk about the final features that need to come from the PC to the console. Again, most of these, you know, have reasons why they might not come or why they perhaps can't ever come, but there's sorts of things that, you know, if they, the 4J Studios are going to be working on more PC stuff, these are the things we're going to see in future updates, so I really wanted to go through them and talk about them one by one. So yeah, there's just under 10 brand new features, and I guess we should first of all talk about the 2 features missing from the creative menu on the on the creative menu on the PC that are currently missing from the console. So the 2 features, in case you are curious, are actually the shield. So this is this thing right here. This is currently not available on console because it requires dual wielding, and you know, like the dual-handed things will probably work. And the second feature is actually the spectral arrow. So this is actually inside the game on console, but it's not like obtainable. And the reason for that is because it you know, has some rendering issues on the console. This is also why it's not on the Pocket Edition. And yeah, both these features are coming at some point soon after combat has been reworked for console. So we know both these things are essentially confirmed. This one exists and this one might as well exist in the game. But what about all of the other features that aren't necessarily just in the creative menu, but are just, you know, all over the place? So yeah, that's what we're going through one by one. And let's start with the very first one, which is found when you open up a new world. So if we just go into here and we, you know, new world, then we've got game modes here. So as you can see, we've got the same game modes you can play on console: survival, creative, and then later on adventure if you want to. But there is a game mode missing, which is actually hardcore. So hardcore is just survival mode on hard difficulty with 1 life. The reason I assume this isn't on console is because of the local multiplayer servers, and because, you know, consoles have like exit and save, which might defeat the point of it. So I believe it's just one of those things they looked at and said, why would we need that? You can kind of make hardcore yourself, and if they can't guarantee hardcore, because on the PC, the moment you die, your world's just instantly gone. Whereas with the you know, because there's no way to regenerate from that sort of stuff. However, when it comes to the console, they wouldn't be able to guarantee that. So you can kind of understand why that's not in there. However, there is one other game mode, which we'll get into in a second, which is missing. But before that, we've got one other thing which is missing from the creating a menu on the PC, which, by the way, this world creation menu is so different to the PC and Pocket Edition. But yeah, if we look over here, we've got the same stuff over here, but then interestingly, we've got the world type thing. So we've got the exact same world types as on console now. We've got the large biomes, which came with the last update. We got amplified, which came with the update before that. But we've also got customized on the PC, which is not on console. So customized is like custom super flat, but it's even crazier because you can customize pretty much every detail of your world. Want to lower the sea level? Sure. Want to raise it? It's not going to be fun, but we can do that if we want to. Want to increase the dungeon count? Sure. We should we should go through and do that. Do you want to increase the rarity of the you know, the lava lakes? Then guess what you can do? You can program all these sorts of things. Biome size, have the tiniest biomes in the world if we want to. You know, like pick a particular biome, pick a size of the river. We can change all these things, and this is just page 1, by the way. But by the way, like, as well as having all these sorts of things, lava ocean, sure. As well as having all these sorts of things, we can change the spawn size of dirt, change the spawn size of gravel, which, you know, obviously just goes right down to 0. You know, you can change all of these sorts of things to just like guarantee what spawns where, including the ores. You can change the, you know, the layer heights that these things spawn at, which is really crazy if you ask me. So yeah, let's just turn on like gold and diamonds all the way to the max, because, you know, that's what we want from this. And yeah, let's now go into a world, because there's also all of this, which is crazy. I don't honestly understand it. It's to do with the Perlin noise in Minecraft. You can change this yourself to make really wacky, you know, let's just select entirely random values just to kind of prove a point. So just, there we go, just there, that should be about right. Just again, all over the place on that. And then finally, you've got even more detailed stuff if you want that. So we've got some presets here just to kind of show how crazy this all is. But for now, let's just go back to that and let's show you what my preset looks like, which again I did on the spot with the seed XToycat. So if you want to do the exact same thing, you can. But my point here is mostly just I did something randomly, you know, by raising everything, and this is what it looks like. I think actually because I did the water level so high, that's gonna be wacky. But my point being, this is the second feature from the PC, and the reason it's on console was kind of clear because the UI would be so tricky. Again, on PC they can have this complex menu where it just says, yeah, just let someone else do it. But on the console, you need to let people do it themselves. You need to have it be easy to use, and I assume that's the one thing stopping it. But what I'd like to see is customized worlds on console, just with an easier menu. Like maybe you don't need to have the same what's happened here? This is how you know it's a good world, I guess. So, yeah, as you can see, this is what happens when you play around with these values. We've got lava oceans now. Yeah, this whole world's just a little bit wacky. So, yeah, playing around with all these values a bit too much has led to a world like this. It's basically amplified, but, like, even more amplified, really, because, like, everything's turned into these tiny little islands. But the point being, the fact that this stuff is possible is so great, because, you know, even though this isn't that, you know, it's a great idea, it looks great, it's not that fun beyond a little bit, but the fact that you want to play this, the fact that there's so many possibilities like this, that even by accident I could make something this ridiculously great to look at, is just one of those things that raises the questions of, like, why is this not there? And the answer is there's not really good reasons. Also, this is a lava ocean. that's how much diamonds can spawn. So yeah, if you've wanted to make stuff like this, you've always just wanted to have your, if you've dreamt of being able to play, you know, make custom worlds that look this crazy, or to have a survival challenge which really is different every time, then that's something that you can make with this. You know, the amount of customization we have with custom super already is pretty nuts. And then imagine, you know, that going up all these extra times because we'd, you know, have access to custom worlds. That's why I'd like to see it come to console, and that's why it's the second feature we're missing. I spent way too much time on this one, but it's one I'm really passionate about, okay? So the third missing feature from the console is actually the third game mode. So it's game mode, I think it's free, Spectator Mode. So yeah, Spectator Mode is actually essentially creative mode, but you can fly through blocks. So creative mode with no clip turned on, and this actually exists inside Minecraft console internally right now. They have loads of debug tools to help them fix the game. They actually have this ability turned on. I don't know why it's not available to the public. Maybe they just don't want people messing around, or they haven't worked it out yet. But Spectator Mode will almost certainly come at some point, I imagine, assuming there's no good reason why it's not. Because, yeah, the ability to fly through stuff and to spectate without actually being able to, you know, interact is something I'd really like to be able to do for minigames and stuff. Like when someone dies, they turn into a spectator. By the way, look, these caves are so ridiculous, just to, like, show off the thing from earlier. As you can see, there's, like, all the dungeons of this class, and then the caves around them are just filled with gold and diamonds. This is actually a pretty interesting little world. Again, this is just me playing around with values, and I've still made something that would be interesting to look at. So yeah, Spectator Mode, so you can see through all of this, pretty great. Also really great for, like, you know, seed stuff, and also just great for, I think it's interesting just to look around worlds like this. But that's me personally. Let's move on to the fourth missing feature from the PC, which is not on the console, which is the ability to search the creative menu. So you saw me do this earlier. There's no creative menu because we're not on creative. Let's go back to creative. But yeah, you saw this earlier. There's a search item tab which has every single item enabled, and although I understand, like, oh yeah, well, we can't have a search on console because it'd be too slow, like, duh, and then you scroll the way down, oh, there's no DAs. Okay, there is some DAs, but my point is, you know, looking for all this sort of stuff would be really, really slow, whereas, you know, on the PC, using a keyboard is sometimes faster than searching. But it'd be nice to have a tab which had every item in it, and maybe alphabetically ordered, or ordered by color, or ordered by something like that, because, although I don't know if this is alphabetical, no, this is just every block, but in order it shows up. It'd be really interesting to have a all-tab thing, because sometimes you want to just, like, browse the entire thing. You don't want to have to think, like, oh yeah, so I want to, you know, like, I want a wall right now. Is the wall in building blocks? No. Is it in, you know, going through that on console can be kind of messy, and I think an all-item tab would be really great. And I also think the ability to search it if you want to, for those moments where you just can't find the right potion, would be really great. Because, you know, I'm sometimes like, where's speed 2? There's speed 2. We can just search for it, and that's really great. So, yeah, searching items is not available. And also, the other thing, you know, the one thing that's not available from the creative menu is the save toolbar. This is the ability to take your toolbar. Let's say we wanted an Elytra. This is a terrible toolbar for the record, but let's say we wanted to have these things as my toolbar. We could save this, and so Control plus C plus 3 apparently. Is that a thing? But then we can now take that toolbar back later, and we could have like 5 different toolbars. It's like pick block, but it's another useful thing. Again, whether that will come or not is kind of debatable, but still, it's something that I think really should do. So, as well as that, we've also got the ability to change difficulty in-game. This is interestingly possible on console, but only just because you have to have host privileges turned on, and maybe that's how it should be, maybe that's the best way to do it, but the fact that on PC, you can just immediately be like, oh yeah, let's do that, and then turn it off, whereas on the console, you have to back out of your world, or you have to have host privileges turned on, seems a bit weird to me. Maybe it'd be abused, maybe it's not okay, and no, honestly, I'm not too big a fan of this one, but it is the sort of thing where, like, yeah, it's a PC feature currently missing from the console. So, as well as all of these things I've just mentioned, we've got the big ones now, which is you know, the free blocks which are on PC, but not officially on PC, because there is free secret blocks. There is the command block, so everyone knows the command block, but you get it. Okay, wait, my bad. There's free items on the PC. There's the command block. Everyone knows the command block. You use this, and you can type in commands. Obviously, as well as just the as well as that, we've also got the fact that, as you can see, you can type commands in there. Commands are currently on the PC, but on the console, so we can set the time, we can set the tick rate, we can do a bunch of stuff. A lot of these things are possible on console, and they're coming to console, but not all of them are. So yeah, more commands and more host privileges for console, but also the command block in general. I'd really love to see this, but it's one of those, like, far-off features, because they have to develop a GUI or wait till one's developed, which means it just kind of hasn't happened yet. So, as well as that, of course, we've also got, Minecraft PC's music so loud, by the way. We've also got the ability to find the barrier block, so we do the exact same command, but instead of the the command block, we use the barrier. So yeah, this is another missing block from the PC that's on console. Like both these blocks are, but they just don't properly function, or at least this one isn't available, which is kind of cool because it's a invisible barrier that can stop people go places. Again, it's a thing you might like. And then finally, we've got one more block, and this is the most interesting and the most likely, in my opinion, because we've got the instead of the barrier or the command block, we've got the structure block. So you type in give yourself and then a structure underscore block, again, just like that, and you can get this block right here. So this is the one you're probably least familiar with because least people use it in things, but you can actually take like a certain area and you can, so that's save an area, that's, yeah, basically you can like pick your size, so let's go like 10, 10, 10, and we can save some from certain place. It's basically a copy-paste block, and although Jeb has been really against this on the console because he said something about how like he wants the game to be not an editor, more of a game, so that you actually play stuff manually. But still, he put it on the PC, which makes you think like, so why isn't that a thing that's possible? And yeah, this is just one of those little things I want to mention. Is like the structure block is one of the most likely but least likely at the same time blocks come to console, and it'd be really great because it allows you to copy and paste and make stuff so much easier. But again, whether they want that or not is something that's kind of up for debate, but it is the third block that's missing on the PC. So there's now just two other things that I have not mentioned that are on the PC but on the console, besides the recipe book and the advancements, but that's still kind of based on achievements and based on the things. Again, there's lots of things like that where it's like, oh yeah, this is different technically, not different because they could come to console, and that is of course the servers, which is the multiplayer option. I've only got Hypixel for some reason, but the ability to go on servers, which again is not coming to console presumably, but maybe one day, because it'd have to have its whole system set up, and that's not going to happen. And the other thing is Minecraft Realms. So Minecraft Realms, as you can see, I've got a realm apparently. What's in there? Oh, it's expired. But my point, oh, no, that's someone else's realm. That's just called Toy Cat. That's nice of them to set up a realm and call it like that. But still, it's kind of, oh, I've got some invites. Let's go into this guy's realm, and let's show you what a realm looks like then. So, this is all just live on the fly. I didn't realize this was a thing. This is something that could come to Minecraft console, but still kind of like isn't going to, because there is a second version of Minecraft console which does have realms and does connect to everything else, and it might be confusing to have not only the PC realms like this, but also the console realms. Again, it's hard to be certain, but that's a thing that could happen. So, oh, they've got TNT rounds set up. Let's do that. So let's start the round now. Do I need to get down there? Okay, so as you can see, it's a world with TNT runs set up, which is actually quite cool if you ask me. Because again, you can see how you could like play against each other. There's a bunch of like commands and stuff that can automatically set themselves up. There's a bunch of templates, but this isn't likely to come to the current version of Minecraft console. It's instead more likely to come to the again the brand new version. So it's not really a notable feature. It's just one of these things I wanted to mention as a missing feature. So as far as missing features on the PC that could be coming to console, we've got two brand new game modes. We've got hardcore and we've got So we've got hardcore and we've got spectator mode. We've got the customized world, which is one of the biggest ones in my opinion. We've got three brand new blocks: the command block, the structure block, the other block, the command block, the structure block, and the barrier block. We've got the ability to search creative, and we've also got the ability to change difficulty in game. They are the only features currently missing from PC and console, besides the the brand new combat stuff, which is actually a really big deal that we've reached this point. What does that mean for the future of Minecraft console development? I hope it means good things. The fact that we had this many updates this fast this year makes me believe and makes me want to think at least. I hate the Minecraft PC creative music, it's so loud. Let's try and get out of this. So game mode 0. Okay, that's not fixing it. We're just gonna listen to the loudest Minecraft music in the world. But my point being is, I really think the interesting thing about the console is that now we've got like two ways it can go. It could just be like, oh yeah, we'll just wait till the PC does stuff, or way more likely, because they went through all this effort, they're gonna start working on more exclusive stuff. Mini games was a big deal. Maybe we'll see even more, like console takes on PC stuff that are better in some ways, because I think mini games have a really strong advantage over servers and stuff, and I hope that this happens more in the future. But for now, all I can tell you is here are the missing features. I hope you enjoyed seeing them all. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to fall in lava now, so goodbye.